So when we talk about a decrease in bees, it's not necessarily honeybees. What we're really talking about is native bee populations. There are species of bees that are endangered.
In the United States, there are 4,000 known bee species, but people often associate the word bee with honeybees. Within recent years, more attention has been brought to the decline in bee population. However, honeybees aren't the type of bees that are in danger. Austin Martin, a PhD student at Temple University's Department of Geography and Urban Studies, states that native bees are what people should be worrying about.
Honeybees are not declining to the degree that the public discourse might make it sound. Honeybees are essentially not in danger of going extinct. A lot of the lesser known native and wild bee species are some of the ones that are seeing the biggest problems.
As of 2023, more than 23% of native bee species have decreased in population. Local hobbyist beekeeper Mark Berman from Anna Bee's Honey elaborates on the various threats to the bee population.
Generally, the things that are a negative impact on bee populations are monoculture and pesticide use.
Monocultures are areas of farmland where only a single crop is grown. While monocultures can provide a surplus of a single crop, which are beneficial towards humans, it reduces the nutritional variety that bees are able to access.
In order to efficiently maintain a monocultural landscape, we need to put in neonicotinoids, we need to put in pesticides to suppress the weeds and to suppress the pests that ordinarily would thrive in that kind of landscape. And so those pesticides that are applied to suppress those things are also suppressing bees.
The primary role of bees is to pollinate, and they do it well. FAO data shows that around 75% of the world's crops depend on bees to pollinate, and 1/3 of these crops are eaten by Americans, according to the FDA. Bees are integral to every American.
There's no more efficient insect that can do that than a colony of honeybees because they do it in such a great quantity and so efficiently.
While honeybees are considered as the main pollinators, native bees also play a key role in pollination and are equally as important. Without them, the consequences could be catastrophic.
So if those wild and native bee species totally disappeared and we only had honeybees, the capacity of those industries would decrease a lot. We would see a huge hit in the economy from that. And food would probably skyrocket in price. Inflation will get worse.
In order to prevent this from happening, there are many solutions that can be carried out both on the local and national level.
We need more what are called polycultures, or like different kinds of crops growing in a small amount of space. We need diverse farming. We need smaller scale farming systems.
As a state, Pennsylvania still has a lot they can do to help the native bee population. In 2022, New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy signed a law restricting the non-agricultural use of extremely harmful pesticides. All across the globe, more countries are starting to pass laws protecting pollinators.
Europe passed some decent regulations on pesticides and neonicotinoids in particular. And I think that's a very good model that the United States should look to and that Pennsylvania should look to. It would help a lot.
In order to protect all bees, we must not neglect native bees and work towards ensuring their survival. Reporting for WHYY Summer Journalists, I'm Alice Sang.